Hello and welcome to lesson 23 and today we are going to listen to an anecdote. An anecdote is a short story about a true event. Usually they are funny or interesting. Okay, so before we start, I just want to do some vocabulary. Okay, so let's have a look. Here is some vocabulary. First of all, a checkup. What is a checkup? Well, a checkup is when you go to the doctors or the dentists, for example, once a year, and they look and check that everything is okay. They check, for example, your blood pressure, for example. Sometimes they check your blood sample to check everything is okay. They listen to your lungs. They listen, with the typical instruments, and they listen to your heart. Okay, so one test that sometimes they may give you, but usually in special circumstances, is the second on our vocabulary list, which is a scan. A scan, you can see it here. So a scan is, a scan can mean lots of different things. You can have a scan of your brain. You can have a scan, for example, when you're pregnant with the baby. They scan with a special, you get like a machine, and they put gel on it and they put it over your tummy and they can see the baby. Okay, so that's a scan. Also, another vocabulary item, vital organs. We have vital organs, for example, your heart, your brain. Can you see here? Let's put this. Can you see this picture here? This is your brain. This is something in your head that you use to think. Okay, and then you've got a kidney. What is a kidney? A kidney is also a vital organ, and it's shaped a bit like this. I don't know if you can see. Shaped a bit like this. And you have two. One inside, but one on the right and one on the left. Okay, and they're part of the urinary tract. And also, last one, when you breathe, which vital organ do you use? Yes, you use your lungs. Okay, so you can see here you've got heart, pronunciation very important, brain, kidney or kidneys, and lungs. All right, so some of this vocabulary comes up in the anecdote. So for the anecdote, my suggestion is you just relax and listen and try and understand as much as possible. So listen, relax, and try to understand as much as you can. You can go back, of course, and listen again if you want to. And then, thirdly, I will then read the text so that you can read and listen at the same time. And remember, you can pause the video to give you time to read the text. Okay. So, are you ready to begin the anecdote? Okay, yes, good. Okay, so this is a true story. It's true, and it's about my friend Sam. Now, Sam is a friend of mine. He's the same age as me, We met at work 19 years ago. He's a very tall, strong man, and he does a lot of sport. He goes to the gym, he goes running, and he eats well. He eats well, meaning he eats healthily, lots of fruit and vegetables. Now Sam and I don't work together. He works for a big multinational company, and he has a big team of people that he coordinates. Now, with this job, he gets private medical insurance. Okay, so private medical insurance. And one of the requirements of this insurance is to have a full checkup every year. So, when Sam was 40, he went to the doctors for his checkup. The doctor said that because of his age, because 40 is like a significant age, because of his age, they had to do a more complete checkup, and they were going to look at how his vital organs were working. So they did an ECG for his heart, and they took his blood pressure. Everything looked perfect. Then they gave him a scan of his kidneys. Okay, you remember the kidneys? So the doctor had his machine. He looked at the kidney, and he said, yes, it's fine, a fantastic kidney, very big, very good. And then he started looking for the other kidney. The doctor said, and left the room. Sam was a bit worried because he didn't know what was happening. A second doctor came into the room, and he started looking for Sam's other kidney. He also said, and he left the room. Then he came back with a third doctor who also looked for Sam's kidney, and they couldn't find it. Sam, by now, was very worried and said to the doctors, "What's happening? Please tell me the truth. Am I going to die?" The doctors said, "No, of course not. But we have some surprising news for you. You only have one kidney." Sam was very shocked. Apparently, he was born with only one kidney, but the doctors didn't discover this until he was 40. Now, I must say it's very important to say that Sam has no health problems and he lives perfectly fine. But of course, he can't donate a kidney to anyone. No, impossible. Okay, so that was the story of my friend Sam. A little anecdote. Thank you, Sam. And now what I want you to do, you can pause here, you can listen again, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the text on the screen and just read it so that you can read and listen at the same time. So read and listen and focus on the pronunciation. Okay, and then we'll answer some questions about the anecdote. Okay, so let me just prepare. Right. Okay, so I'm going to disappear now and I will read the story. So just read and listen. Okay, This is a true story about my friend Sam. Sam is a friend of mine. He is the same age as me. We met at work 19 years ago. He is a very tall, strong man, and he does a lot of sport. He goes to the gym, he goes running, and he eats well. Now, Sam and I don't work together. He works for a big multinational company, and he has a big team of people that he coordinates. With this job, he gets private medical insurance, and one of the requirements of this insurance is to have a full checkup every year. So, when Sam was 40, he went to the doctors for his checkup. The doctor said that because of his age, they had to do a more complete checkup, and they were going to look at how his vital organs were working. They did an ECG for his heart, and they took his blood pressure. Everything looked perfect. Then they gave him a scan of his kidneys. The doctor looked at one kidney, and it was fine. And then he started looking for the other kidney. The doctor said, "Oh," and left the room. Sam was a bit worried because he didn't know what was happening. A second doctor came into the room and started looking for Sam's other kidney. He also said, "Oh," and left the room. He came back with a third doctor who also looked for Sam's kidney, and they couldn't find it. Sam by now was very worried and said to the doctors, "What's happening? Please tell me the truth. Am I going to die?" The doctors said, "No, of course not, but we have some surprising news for you. You only have one kidney." Sam was very shocked. Apparently, he was born with only one kidney, but the doctors didn't discover this until he was 40. Sam has no health problems and he lives perfectly fine. He just can't donate a kidney to anyone. Okay, so how's that? Good? Okay, now I'm going to put some questions on and see if you know the answers. Right, so first question. What does Sam do? What does Sam do? Remember, this is a question related to your job or your profession. Well, the answer is quite difficult because, in fact, we don't really know his exact job, but we know he works for a multinational company. Okay? Next question. Why did he go to the doctors? Why did he go to the doctors? Why? Yes, because he went because of a checkup for his medical insurance. Okay, next question. What tests did they do on Sam? Do you remember? Yes, they did. They took his blood pressure. They did an ECG on his heart, and they did a scan to check his vital organs. So 3 different tests. And how many doctors did Sam see? Yes, that's right. He saw 3 doctors in total. And last question, is Sam healthy? And the answer, healthy? Yes, he's healthy. He is okay. So he's perfectly fine. Right now we're going to look at some of the language in the text, okay? Remember, you can pause the video before I give the answers to give you time to think about it, okay? Right, so let's go to the first one. Right, first of all, first comment, same age as me, same age as me, the same age as me. Notice we say the same as, same age as me, although we pronounce it as. So the same height as me, the same weight as me, the same nationality as me, whatever, but it's always as. Okay, now I want you to identify present tenses in this paragraph. You can pause the video now. Okay, so the present tense, yes, we've got lots of verb to be. We've got does from the verb do, goes from the verb go, eats, I don't work, he works, he has, he coordinates. Remember, third person singular, the S. Okay, right, very good. Now, identify the past simple. You can pause the video here. Okay, and the past simple. This is past simple. Yes, here. We've got he met, and the time reference is 19 years ago. 19 years ago. Okay, and now we're going to move on. In this paragraph, I want you to find vocabulary related to doctors and health. Okay, so pause the video here. And I'm going to give you the answers now. Yes, so you've got private medical insurance, checkup, doctors. Notice it's doctors, because in fact, when we say I'm going to the doctors, it's the doctor's surgery. Okay, the doctor's surgery, but the surgery is like the place where the doctor sees you. So in fact, now we usually leave out the surgery and we just say doctors, but we need the apostrophe. Okay, it's not a plural, it's possessive. Okay, so doctors, and we've also got a checkup, vital organs, ECG, and which is electrocardiogram, heart pronunciation, and they took his blood pressure. Okay, notice the pronunciation. Took his blood pressure. No, took his blood pressure. So it sounds like a sh sound. Pressure, blood pressure. Okay, and let's have a look at some more. Find the regular past simple verbs. And here you can pause the video and have a look. Now I'm going to give you the answers. Okay, yes, so we've got looked, started, and started again. And now let's move on. Find the irregular past simple verbs. Okay, you can pause the video. Now I'm going to give you the answers. Okay, so gave, from the infinitive give, was, from the infinitive be, said, from the infinitive say, Notice the pronunciation. Pronunciation of say in the past is said, not said. No, said. Said, like S-E-D. Okay. And left, he left the room. Was, didn't know, so no is an irregular, but here it's with the negative, the auxiliary verb. Was happening is in a different colour because it's actually past continuous, and we haven't studied that. We will, but we haven't. Okay, but it's past continuous, extra information. Okay, and the second doctor came into the room, said, and left the room. Okay, and for here. Here, now this is, I've got in pink 2 phrasal verbs. Came back is to return to the place or the room, and look for, which is to try to find something. So they were looking for his kidney. And you've got an adjective, worried, worried. And also in blue, you've got here a question related to the future. Am I going to die? Okay. Right, so, and the last thing I want to comment is shocked. Shocked. That's a lovely adjective. I love the pronunciation. Shocked. Okay. All right, so with this, remember you can listen, and you can listen again and again and again, right? You can also write your own anecdote. It's very good practice. You can also copy the text and practice reading it out loud. And of course, the last thing I want to say is thank you very much to you. And of course, a big thank you to my friend Sam and his one fantastic kidney. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed listening to this anecdote. I enjoyed telling it, and I will see you in the next lesson. Okay, thank you very much. And goodbye. I will see you in lesson 24.